Hello to anyone who is watching. This is Sorceress, or Tawny for short, and today obviously I am drawing a Belle inspired piece, but instead of your traditional Princess Belle, this one is a wicked evil sorceress Belle. So I was kind of inspired a little bit by some other artists on YouTube, but Mystic Arts is actually the one who recently started doing an evil Disney series on her channel. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try my own little spin on it. And obviously, she is a much better artist than I am. She's a teacher in manga mostly, but she does just amazing pieces in not just that, but everything else that she does. And she has some books and stuff, and they're on my list of things to get, but maybe one day. So, as you can see, I am just laying down mostly base colors right now. So as I start going in after the reds and everything, that's when I start to really amp up the colors and the shading. So I tried to give Belle a more sultry look to her. So the hairstyle is relatively the same with just a little bit more body to it. Her dress is a little bit more sleek. Her book is a spell book. There's a rose instead of the beads on her bodice, which I'll explain later, and she's just got a more sassy pose and everything in general. So yeah, and then her hair, and here I am coloring it in right now. She had the hardest time. Like, everything else was not bad, but when it came to getting her eyes and her mouth the way that I pictured, it was just not happening for me. It was faltering between if I made her smile too smiley, she looked happy. If I made it too frowny, she just looked sad or scared. And then I tried to make her eyes look evil, but still big enough to like show. But I was kind of balancing between squinty eyes and big round Disney eyes, and I wanted something in the middle. So I think what I ended up with is pretty good. Maybe in the future I can work on my facial expressions and whatnot. I think I should probably practice that in my sketchbook at some point. But as you know from the last video that I posted, if you watched it, I have been playing a lot of video games lately, so I probably should dedicate a little bit more time to practicing my art skills a little bit, especially if I actually want to get better, which I think I am anyway. It's just not as quickly as I probably would like, especially if I'm posting things on the internet. Anyway, so I'm going in with, I went in with some gold shading on her dress, and then I'm going in with a kind of yellowy orangish gold to kind of tone out the pure gold in there. I don't know I don't know how to explain it, but I'm doing things, I'm shading things, I'm trying to make this look like a really sexy gown, basically, is what I'm trying to go for. So her hair is a little bit sexier, the bodice is relatively the same. It's just the style of the skirt that I kind of really like, and of course I love the slit in her skirt that I did. I think it was a really good touch, especially for like a wicked sorceress, because she's still really sleek and proper, but she's got a little bit of a bad side to her. And then I wanted to make like sheer-ish gloves and tights on her, and then I was like, it doesn't really look right with the whole concept of the piece, so I just went in with layer by layer to make things a lot darker. And then after, and I thought I was going to be finished at this point, but then as you see here, I'm going in with her tights, and I was gonna make them like little stockings, and then I was like, ooh, but wouldn't it be cool if I made rose printed tights, and so that's what I'm trying to do here, just to give it a little bit more depth and everything. And I think it looks kind of nice. I decided not to do that for her gloves because I wanted to keep them fairly plain and not take away too much from the rest of what's going on, and to kind of give more off to her as Belle instead of just the yellow gown and everything, and the hair style. Instead of the 3 beads in her hair, I did a rose to, you know, because that's kind of her symbol. And then I signed it at the bottom, and then I just started staring at it, and I was like, well, what if I just added a little bit of a background? So I just decided to do like a spooky little background with wispy black stuff coming out. And that's really it. I didn't mean to talk throughout this whole piece, but thanks for listening, and sorry that I guess there's no music since I talked the whole time. Thanks for watching if you did, and if you want to see more, you can. If not, that's okay with me.